Welcome to the Colombian jungle. I've come 5 hours outside the city of Cartagena to trek for 5 days in the jungle to the famous pre-Columbian Lost City. Joining me on the trek are Kate, Ben, Gareth and Tori. Now we organised the trek from the beach town of Taganga, just outside of Santa Marta, with a company called Magic Tours. So we've just got to the Lost City. It is the third day. It's been an interesting trek so far. Some strange stuff, like today we've been walking for something like 7 hours now, and we haven't actually stopped for lunch, which is a bit weird. There are some other organisational difficulties which I will tell you about a little bit later, but other than that I'm absolutely soaking wet. I don't know if you can see. I can probably wring my shorts right now. We've crossed over, I think we've crossed through 9 rivers and we've crossed over about another 10, which has been an absolute mission. Yeah, it's 1:30. We've been walking since 7, and it rained, and then we were walking through rivers, then it rained again. Like, everything is soaking wet. I'm dubious to go and look inside my bag to find out how wet everything in there is. But we're here. It's a really beautiful walk. I'll try and show you some of the footage. It has been a really, really pretty walk. But yeah, there have been a lot of questionable things about this walk, which I will tell you about a little bit later. I'm just going to wait for the rest of them to come up the hill. Okay, so firstly the walk. Hills-wise, it's pretty easy going. The steep sections of the walk never last longer than an hour, and there are lots of flat sections. Unfortunately, the walk itself wasn't well broken up. We did 3 hours on the first day, only 2 on the second, 8 on the third, 9 on the fourth, and then 3 on the fifth. The sights were fantastic. It's a beautiful walk and the river crossings were really fun and adventurous, though walking in wet clothes and shoes all day wasn't the most comfortable thing to do, and a lot of us got some rather uncomfortable chafing. Getting up and down to the city was pretty steep and slippery, and while the 1,400 steps up to the Lost City are notorious, they actually weren't as bad as I was expecting. They are quite hard to come down though. Now, for the slightly weird goings on. Recently, the price of the walk has changed from 350,000 Colombian pesos all the way to 500,000. Now that's around £150. The price, very strangely, is the same whether you do 3, 4, 5 or 6 days of walking. I would say that this is at least twice the fair price for the services that you receive. The weird lengths of each day's walking were because the company clearly saved money by staying at family and friends' houses, which would be fair enough if you weren't paying £30 a day for the services. There's a cartel on the trip price, and companies act very dodgily when you try to bargain them down. It is possible to bargain, and as far as we know they'll go at least as low as 460,000. But when you do so, they act so strangely as if you're going to get shot for telling anyone that you've got this special price, which was quite scary. I did enjoy the hike and would recommend it, but it was just expensive for what you got. One random yet amusing feature of the walk is how many men with guns you encounter, and not just in the city. A couple came out of a bush at us on the first day, scaring the crap out of us. But they are actually really, really friendly, and they're always keen to take a silly picture with you, even let you hold their gun, or even swap their uniform with you. So, a good challenge and something that I would recommend doing.